Hello and welcome. I'm Alex from Chevrolet Cadillac, and today we have the brand new 24 Equinox EV. Is this the most practical EV SUV on the market? Let's find out. So this is Chevrolet's new entry-level SUV for the electric EV market. They did enter in earlier this year with the Blazer EV, and now they've just introduced this Equinox EV as a lower entry option for a little bit better price point and giving you some more options for those looking to get into the fully electric world. This is a great option for you. Today we have the 2LT version of the Equinox. There are two trim levels available, or two trim versions I should say available. Like I said, this is a 2LT, and then there are the RS models, each of them ranging with from 2 to 3 in terms of how they number them, and different levels in terms of how they are, in terms of what equipment is given with them. So this is a mid-range 2LT model with the all-wheel drive option, which I'll go into more and what you get with that. So let's just go into the styling of this particular one. So like I said, this is a 2LT. That means you are going to get the chrome accents, as you can see along the side here, and different wheel pattern. This one does have these beautiful sort of black and satin finish wheels here. They look great. They really do match this car well. And then you do get this really nice new, totally new front end design on this vehicle with this light bar that stretches the entirety of the front, and it even has a nice Chevrolet bow tie there in the center. It looks really nice, and it's very distinctive for this model, really making it stand out and look different from the competition, as well as having its own original design. Very distinctive for this new Equinox we're going to get going forward. So it really adds in a lot of flair and style, making it look very sporty and giving it a very nice appearance. So that way you get this, it has a bit of class to it too. Now if you're looking to where to charge it, it's very simple. All you have to do is press right here on the driver's side. There's a little panel here that opens up for both chargers. You can see it easily there, and when you want to plug in, all you have to do is grab whatever charging station you are, plug it in. Very simple, and it's real easy to use. Now if you are looking to get into the Equinox EV, they do start, and this is in Canadian dollars, they start around 51,000 Canadian and go up to about 59 depending on how you are equipped. This one in particular, like I said, is a mid-range model, so it's with the all-wheel drive, which gives you a little bit better traction for those bad weather days. And this one has a price point of 54 that we have here today, and mostly because it has the all-wheel drive option. Now the big difference between the all-wheel drive and the front-wheel drive is range capacity. I know it's a big thing when you're looking at getting into EV. When you get to the all-wheel drive option, you do get 459 kilometers of range, and for those who want to do the front-wheel drive option, you will get a little bit more range of 513. But either way, you do get significant range in whichever model you go with, which is a really nice thing to have. So I just wanted to quickly touch on some of the highlights here on this new design, because this is a whole new vehicle for the Chevrolet lineup. I just wanted to give, again, a quick touch. I don't know, so over here you can see this beautiful light bar. It goes across this entirety of this vehicle. Again, they have the bow tie there. You actually have some functionality grille vents in both the front of the bumper here and on the sides here. It does have some pretty cool functionality, and it really looks nice and distinctive. You have your actual running lights below here, which is cool and a little bit out of the way, and it looks really different from how you might expect it to be. And then you actually have this kind of cool diamond pattern that kind of goes through the front grille area of this vehicle, which really looks cool and different and distinguished as well. And it just makes it very unique to the overall look of this car. So moving around back of the Equinox EV, you are going to get some really cool and distinctive touches back here when moving into the EV lineup with Chevrolet. One of those cool touches here is this beautiful LED light bar that stretches the entire length of the vehicle, and it gives you a really nice look distinctive to the Equinox EV and the EV lineup for Chevrolet. Now this one here does also have this light bar that makes a nice light show at night. It's a little harder to show during the day here, but it's really cool, and its light looks really nice when it does do that. but you can see here, you get an idea of what this is going to look like. Now you can see here, this has the distinguished Equinox badging with the blue lines here distinguishing this is a fully electric vehicle, and this is the all-wheel drive option on the EV Equinox here, so you're going to get the all-wheel drive badging, which is a really nice touch. Now, to get into the back, all you're going to do is press the lower button down here, or you can use the key fob to get into the back of the Equinox EV, and you get a large storage capacity back here with 60/40 folding back seats, as well as a charge port back there for other items, like a cooler, anything like that. And then you get additional storage right underneath here, which is very easy to hold it up like that. And inside here, you will see that you do have a charge port for your charger for anything that you want to, any place you want to go. It is included, as well as additional storage with your tire toolkits and everything down there, very easily displayed down there for you. Once you're done, you can just put this back down to create more storage. And then all you have to do is press the button right here on the top of the trunk, and the trunk will then easily close for you, making it as easy as possible to get into your new Equinox EV. Now, so I wanted to start in the back of the Equinox here so you can get an idea of sizing. I'm 6'1", and you can see I have plenty of room here. This is actually a normal position, seating position where I would sit. Again, I'm 6'1", so you can see here I have plenty of space behind here. Actually very comfortable, and I think it's really nice. You have pretty much a flat floor back here as well, which is great. No big hump to get over for if you want to stick a middle passenger in here. Now these seats are very distinguished here in terms of how they sit. They actually kind of, and at least these two outboard seats, you actually kind of are hugged in here, a little bit grippier than what you might expect. So it kind of actually makes it a little more comfortable for the passengers here in the outboard seats. Now you do have vents back here, 2 USB-C ports as well, and then you do have cup holders here with an armrest, which is nice, a little extra comfort here. And one thing I do like about the Chevys here, they do have these unique child locks here, which are very easy to see if you want to put in the seat anchors. And this whole pattern in the back is totally different. You got mostly this leather finishes here, and these sort of really different kind of cloth inserts on the center here, which just actually feel very nice, kind of keep you into the seat. It's a totally unique experience back here, and you have this nice blue trim going through this entire interior here, which again adds to some of the character and unique part of owning this particular vehicle. So moving up front here in the new Equinox EV, you are given some really nice touches up here as well from a driver's perspective. One of these great touches in the interior here is, again, this blue accents you're going to see throughout the entire interior in here. Like I mentioned, you see it in the back. Well, that's continued on to the front, and it really just adds a bit of unique touches. Now, on the RS models, these will be, instead of blue, they'll be sort of a red touch. So again, it depends on the trim level and your style when you're getting into that vehicle, which one you prefer. So again, each vehicle has their own flavor or style, however you want to call that, and it makes it, again, a more different, unique experience there too. Now, right ahead of me here, you're going to have this beautiful leather-wrapped wheel here with heated steering on this one. It's really nice. You have some controls back here for volume and audio controls like you expect. Now, the big different part here is you have this beautiful digital screen here ahead of me. It's a 12-inch display here. It's fully color, very customizable. You just use this button right here on the steering wheel, and you can go through different functionalities on here. For you can have your, this does have Google Maps built in, so you can have a full Google Map display right ahead of you here. You can have your cruise control settings. You can have just the speed, whatever you're looking for. It's very easy to use, and again, right at the touch of your fingertips here, really unique for that too. Now, Chevrolet has removed all the shifters from down here and put it onto the, basically, look how it's like a stock that you'd normally have, but up here they've moved it, and it's very easy to use. And again, you just got to go here to use that, and it's very simple. Now, the main difference between this and other Equinox models that you've had in the past is you're going to see probably the biggest change from any of them is this huge 17-inch display here, and it's very intuitive, very easy to use. Now, one of the cool parts about it is everything on here is customizable. The icons, you can move them around. You can set ambient lighting for different colors at night. You have a 360 camera on this car. you have a lot of cool, different, and unique features there. Now, you can go through all of them very easily. You can set controls. Now, this being an EV, you also have the one pedal driving mode, which is great for that as well. Now with the one pedal driving mode, you can turn that off or on to varying degrees, whatever you're comfortable with. And on the steering wheel here too, you do have a little button here that you can use to use the regeneration braking. If you don't want to be using the one pedal driving all the time, you can use it right there if that is your preference. And then you do have some unique aircon controls right here. Now I know some people don't like having all aircon controls in the screen. Chevrolet is giving you some options with them on the screen as well as below. The only thing that's not on below here are your heated seats, but they're on every screen. They're very easy to use, and all you have to do is click them and use them accordingly. And again, it's very simple and it's not hard to find them because they're always there displayed. Now, you always have your two USB-Cs here as well for charge ports. There are wireless charging ones on certain models. This one in particular doesn't have it, but you can get a wireless charger on other models. And then you do have a unique storage compartment in here, which just adds a little more practicality to the interior. This one in particular does not have the moonroof package, but you can get a moonroof package on these as well. And I do have a very nice, comfortable seat here. This is a power seat. Like I said, this is heated. This has that same unique pattern as I mentioned in the back with the seats. So you have that sort of leather and cloth mix with nice white stitching, which really makes it look nice and comfortable here for those long drives you might go on. It's just really nice to have them and very easy to have the nice power seat there. We're going to get a little practicality as well. Now, when you get into the screen here, you have a lot of cool things like I was mentioning. But one of those cool things is you can set different icons there to however you want them. And the other thing that's a little bit different about these EVs is that there is no push button start on these ones, which I'll go into in a moment here, but how you get into this vehicle in terms of starting and not starting this car, how you leave, it's a little bit different from what traditional gas-powered or ICE vehicles you might be thinking, how do you do it? So let me show you that real quick. So, as I mentioned, this doesn't have a start button. So you're wondering, well, how do I start this car? Well, this does have traditional key like any of our other Chevrolet products. Now the difference is it just works a little bit different, but it's very easy to use and very intuitive. Just a bit of a different process than you might be used to. So again, you're just going to unlock your car. You can see I've already done that here. Get into the car. As long as the key's in the car, it can be in your pocket, wherever. I'll put in the cup holder for now. And then I'm just going to use my foot on the brake here. And you can see here the car has come to life. Now, again, you can see here, everything is active. Okay, great. Now, how do I get out of this car? There's no way to push the button to get out. How do I do it? Now, you can see, let's say I've gone to drive. Give this car, so you can see it turns on, a little bit of noise comes on. I'll put it back into park. You can see there, very easy to do. Now, when I want to get out of this car, all I have to do is literally that. Pull on the door handle right here. The screens have gone off. And that's it. Simple to do. Your Equinox EV has shut itself off. So you might be wondering, is there another way to turn off this vehicle? Well, there is. I'm going to show you the second way that is available to you in case you're saying you don't want to just get out of the car, you want to know if there's a manual way to do it. Well, there is. It might be a little hidden if you don't know where it is, but once you know where it is, it's not very hidden. So if you see on the left of the screen here, you see you have all these buttons here, but right in the left here it says vehicle off. So you got to press vehicle off like that. And you can see it brings up a sub menu below here. And all you have to do is press vehicle off here. There you go. Vehicle has now turned off very easily for you. And now you can exit your car when you're ready to go. So again, I'm Alex from Chevrolet Cadillac, and this was the new Chevrolet Equinox EV. So, are you a believer now? Did you get one of these new EVs? Or maybe you want to wait for the new 2025 Equinox, the new gas-powered one. Let us know what you think. Maybe this is the car for you, maybe it's not. Leave a like, comment, subscribe below. Let us know what you think, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.